Right, so I'm going to show you a couple more tricks, tips. Right, so you get yourself a piece of paper, just an ordinary piece of paper, fold it in half, and put it into a diamond. Yeah, then you unfold it. Now, if you've got wallpaper, you get a bit of sticky tape, stick it on the opposite side, stick it on the wallpaper, and it looks like there's a tear in it. I haven't got any wallpaper, so I've rigged up a bit of gift wrap on the side here to show you. And there it is, there's the bit of paper. And it looks like someone's ripped a piece down. And the parents be like, ah, oh my God, someone's ripped the wallpaper. Next, get yourself a spider. Hang it on a piece of black thread. Or a bit of fishing wire is good. Get a tape. And put it on the inside of your cupboard. Long enough that it'll hang down. Secure it in place like that. Then you just rest it on top of a cup. Then when someone goes to get a drink, they open the cupboard, out go, ooh, spider jumps out. Nice, easy magic trick. Now finally, we're going to make fake poo. Get yourself a toilet roll. Tap on it, just normally toilet tube. Get it soaking wet. Yeah, nice and wet like that. And you just bring it up. There we go. One fake poo. Get a little spider, lift up the toilet roll and leave. Then when they pull the roll, spider. And the other one is to unpick the toilet roll, like so. So this has been threaded round once after it's been split in half. And as you can see, looks totally normal. But when you go to get your loo roll, what a nightmare. Okay guys, a couple of easy pranks. One, remote. Turn the volume up as loud as it'll go. And then you whack it on mute. The next person that comes in will grab the remote, take it off remote, and it goes, ah! My second one, fly swat or rolled up bit of newspaper. Get yourself a fake fly. This is just a raisin. There's a fly. Ugh. People will think you're insane. Thank you. Like and subscribe. Okay, I have been asked to do some more pranks and tricks. So here is 5. I'm going to do them really, really quickly. So I haven't got all the props, but you'll get the gist of it when I show you how to do it. First one, pair of scissors, ketchup. Cut the corner off the ketchup, nice and easy. Get a cup that has a straw, place the straw in the ketchup, place the ketchup into the drink, and then give someone their lovely cold coffee and watch when they drink ketchup. Number 2, get yourself 4 items, all exactly the same. For the reference, I've chosen potatoes. Okay, now mine are numbered 1, 2, 3 and 5. The reason for that is I hide all of them and then I tell someone to find all 5 potatoes. They're all numbered. They'll spend forever looking because I've only actually hidden 4 but written 5 on there, so they won't know that it's there. Right, number 3. You get yourself some double-sided tape and you stick a bit on the front of their shoe. When they walk, it'll make a really weird noise, weird feeling, and they'll be like, what the hell is that? And they won't get what it is. Number 3, get yourself a normal bit of sticky tape, cut a tiny piece off and put it on the underside of their mouse. So when they use their computer mouse, it won't work. And all it is a tiny piece of tape, dead easy. 5th one, final one, make yourself some confetti. I've made it out of just screwed up paper, just chopped up in little bits. Get the umbrella, pour it inside the umbrella. Next time it rains, they'll lift the umbrella up, open it, boosh. They get themselves a little confetti shower. There you go. Hope you like these. Please like and subscribe, and I will make some more. Thank you very much. Hello, and here is a quick trick for you to play. Get yourself a pack of Fun Snaps, some sellotape, take some Fun Snaps out, stick them to the middle of the sellotape. Now you have two options. You can stick these under a chair leg. Make sure when you put them under the chair leg, you put the chair leg down really gently, ready for someone to sit on, or you can use the toilet seat. When you lift up the toilet seat, you'll see there are little nodules, usually 4. Attach them to that, place down carefully. When they sit down, go bang. I will use a chair and I'll show you how this happens. Right, so I have my chair. Place these under the leg, like so. Do the other leg as well. Like so. Nice and easy. Then put them down really gently. Now when someone sits on the chair. Okay, so here is today's prank or trick for you to play on family members or anybody you don't really like. You get yourself a table or a stool or even a chair on a lovely wooden floor or a vinyl floor, anything that's nice flat, not carpet, doesn't work on carpet, and you get 4 coins. You get 2 and you place them under the back corner leg. And you get 2 and you place them under the front corner leg. And then you'll see. It will drive them crazy because the table is no longer straight and even, whereas it was not 5 minutes ago. Thank you very much. Okay, so here we have the gravy tea bag trick. You get yourself a tea bag. Some gravy granules, some sellotape, and a really sharp knife. I have a Ninja. Now you cut a tiny line along the tea bag. Once you've done this, you remove the tea. Right, so here is my tea bag with the tea removed thanks to this knife. And now you get the gravy granules and you put them inside the tea bag. Right, using a spoon, I place the gravy granules in the tea bag. Like so. Now what you need to do is squash them a little bit so they look a bit more like tea. And then when you've done that, just seal the bag with a carefully placed bit of sellotape. Then you replace the tea bag into the tea caddy on the top and wait. Right, to show you how this works, get your tea bag, you've got your cup, tea bag in the cup, kettle is on. We wait for it to boil. Right, kettle is boiled. The victim will pour in their water. They will then add their spoon. At this point, if this was my wife, I would be 3/4 of a mile down the road right now because I would be murdered. But, so you guys can see what it's like, it is gravy. And it tastes of gravy. Thank you very much. Welcome to another tips, pranks and tricks special. Here we go, really quick, 3 tricks, tips or pranks. First, get yourself a jar of Biscoff or Nutella, even better. I haven't got any, so I've got Biscoff. The toilet that's on the roll upstairs, I will use a piece of toilet as an example. You get a little bit, wipe it on your finger, and you rub it on the edge of the toilet roll, and you leave it on the roll like that. So when they come upstairs to go to the toilet, they'll be, oh my God, someone has grabbed some toilet roll and left the doo-doo on the roll. Right, second one, get yourself a pair of shoes, any old shoes, obviously not yours, and then you get some toilet roll or cotton roll. You only want a little bit, and each shoe, pack it right to the end, nice and tight, and then flatten it out with your fingers. Right, because it's soft, it actually feels like the shoe, but when they put their foot in it, they'll be like, oh my God, either my shoe has shrunk or my foot has got bigger. And they won't get that you've packed the end with toilet roll or cotton wool. Thirdly, we have a lunchbox. We have a sandwich already pre-made for somebody's lunch, obviously not your own. You open the lunchbox. When you put their sandwich in, or they've already done it, you come along behind them and insert a tiny spider under the sandwich. You then put the lid on and put it back as if nothing has ever happened. And I'm sure by the end of the day, you will find out that someone has hidden a spider in their lunchbox and made them go bananas. Hope you like these. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you. Hi guys, welcome to a quick pranks and tricks video. Firstly, you need a bottle full of water. This is empty for demo purposes. A funnel and a coin. I use a pound coin. There we go, pound coin. So you ask somebody, can they place this in the front of their trousers? Right, you insert it in the front of their trousers, or they do it, and then you put the pound coin on their forehead. What they need to do after 3 is drop the pound coin into the funnel, okay? Without them realizing you've got a bottle of water strategically placed behind your back. As you count 1, 2, 3, they look up, bend their neck right back. Just before they drop it down, you squirt the water in the funnel and you make all of their trousers wet. Right. Secondly, I have another one for you. This time, you get yourself a ping pong ball. I've got a yellow one just for demo purposes. I've cut it in half, rub the edges with a bit of sandpaper so they're not sore, and then you paint just 2 random eye shapes on it. Yeah, any design you want. Now, when somebody in your house is asleep, you go up to them, place these on their eyes, because they won't feel them, because they're really, really light. Place them on their eyes, and then you take a picture with them laid down with these on their eyes, like so. I'll do it like that, like so, and then you remove them. A bit later on, you send them the picture, and they'll be like, oh my God, how did you manage to do that? Now, third one, really quick one for you. Get yourself a prank water pistol from Temu, £1.40 it cost me, and you have a little trigger at the back. Yeah, you put water in, as you can see the water coming out, you press that to fire the water forwards. You'll shoot them with it, they'll get really annoyed, they'll take the gun off you, and then they'll use the trigger. And it fires water backwards through there into the face. That bit for the front, that bit for the back. Thank you very much. Like and subscribe. Hey guys, 2 quick pranks or tricks for you today. Firstly, get yourself a couple of wet socks. Yeah, clean ones. And also, if you have it, a dog poo bag. That's if you've got a dog. Put inside it a Snickers, scrunch it all up so it looks like a dirty little poo, to the size of your dog, obviously. And then open the dishwasher, providing it's clean, and then you place these products in a clean dishwasher. Then a bit later on, when someone comes to empty it, they'll think someone has washed their socks in there and they've had a dirty poo bag in there for the whole wash. Okay? Second one, get yourself a couple of bits of pasta, like these. Then you go, crick my neck, put it up to your neck, and there you go. Easy. Please like and subscribe. Hello again, and here I'll go with some more pranks and tricks. Right, firstly, I haven't got a broom, so I'm just going to use this pole, but it represents a broom, right? Get yourself a chair, right, and then get yourself a cup. Right, the cup. You half fill the cup with water. Right, when you've got half a cup of water, get on the chair, and then you place the cup against the ceiling, okay? And then once you're off the chair, as I will show you, place the cup against the ceiling, like so, and then you hold your broom against it. Right, it works a lot better with a broom. Then you get off the chair. Move the chair out of the way, and then you give a shout to someone, help, help, help. And when someone comes, you say, I've caught a spider, quick, hold this stick. They hold the stick, you grab the chair, and you clear off. That's it. Simple. Eventually, they will let it go, and boosh, they will be soaked. Thank you. I'll have to give you an idea of it, because I haven't got all the items, but basically, you inflate a balloon, yes? You then get a bit of sticky tape, and you put 3 drawing pins on it. You get your door, you put your 3 pins on the inside. This side here, through the glass here. Your balloon, you stick against the wall in line with the pins. Right? Won't work with my doors because they're glass. But if your doors aren't glass, it'll work a treat. And basically, when somebody goes through the door, they push the door wide open, the pins will hit the balloon, bang, give them an almighty fright. Okay, so here we are at the end of the video. The trick. Okay, so here we are at the end of the video. The surprise is I have done the best prank trick you will ever see. It will be in video form, not short, but video, and this will be released tomorrow evening. So please, please check it out. It is the best one I have ever done and works fantastic. Hello again, and here we have a few more pranks and tricks for you because I keep getting asked for lots of these. First one, get yourself a bottle of water, get yourself a pin, and as you can see, it doesn't leak. 2 holes in the bottle, doesn't leak. Someone goes to open it. Oh my God, there's water going everywhere. Nice and easy. Second one, you get yourself 2 spoons. Now you make something really nice for the family. Pots go in here. Obviously there's nothing in it, it's just for a demo. But then you say to your family, who would like to try some of this? Take the lid off, and obviously put a little bit on each spoon for them to try. But before you put some on one of the spoons, you put a load of salt on there first. Then with the second, you put a bit of the food on top. Then the other one just has food. So you give one to one person, one to the other. One will go, that's really nice. And the other will go, you're having a laugh. It tastes disgusting. Truth is, one has salt, one doesn't. Okay, nice and easy. Third one, you get yourself a picture about this size. Cut it out, preferably a scary one. For this, I've used a Monster Munch picture. Yeah, cut it out like that. Tape it either side, and then you stick it behind your parking sensor on your car. I did this earlier just to see what it looks like, and I will add the picture to the end of the video. There it is, stuck over the number plate. There it is, stuck over the stick. And there is the spooky face. Hello! Right, today I am going to show you some party tricks, some games, pranks, tricks, all of that lot in this one big video. Right, so firstly, I'm going to start with the party games. Then after I've done the party games, I will show you some pranks and tricks that you can also play. Obviously, those that like pranks and tricks, skip this bit on. Bye. But if you're not and you're still watching, here we go. This is a few games you can play with some friends. Nice and easy. You just need a paper cup. I have a rather big paper cup, so it's a bit more difficult to play with this one. But it is a lot easier with a smaller one. And then you get a balloon. Now, I have a tiny balloon. Really, you need a normal sized balloon. That's the only one I had. It's actually a water balloon, but it'll work for this. So you get your cup. Basically, you have 2 people. You get yourself a table. I'm not going to use this, but I'll show you as an example. Get yourself a table. The cup goes in the middle, and it's the first person to get the cup off either side. Yeah, these sides don't count. They have to go that way or this way. Then you inflate the balloon. Obviously, somebody says go. They inflate the balloon and they blow the cup. Right, I'll show you. It does actually move. But once again, it is a tiny balloon. But with a normal sized balloon and a smaller cup, this will slide backwards and forwards across the table, and they can do like one big inflation or lots of little ones and push it. But obviously, you can only use the balloon to get it either side or to stop it from coming off. So it's quite funny to watch. Might not look it, but it actually is. Second one, get a cup. Yes, I've already got a cup. And then you split yourself into 2s or 4s or however many of you there are, and you give everybody a plastic straw. Now, what they have to do with the plastic straw in turn is they have to balance it right there. And then they run up to the cup and they've got to drop it in. I missed. And then they've got to drop it in. And I missed again. But once all of that team has dropped the straw into the cup, they win. And it's quite a simple game to play, really easy. And it's quite funny to watch people making idiots of themselves running across the front room. My third game. Right. For this, I'll move this out of the way. You need a blindfold. I will use this blindfold, as seen in the previous short. Sorry, there's a dog ball on the floor. So you get yourself a blindfold. You blindfold 2 people. Or you can even do it with one person. It's up to you, but it's more fun with two. You make a line on the floor, right? So once you've made a line on the floor, it can be a bit of tape. It can just be a bit of plastic on the floor, anything you want. You get the two people to stand on the line, okay? They have a line each, obviously. So they both stand on their line, and then you blindfold them both, and then basically they have to do what I'm going to show you now, right? They get 1 minute, and the idea is they have to remain on the line while they're blindfolded, and the one nearest the line at the end wins. It sounds really easy, but it is impossible to do. No one will remain on the line, right? So you put your blindfold on, right? Like I'll show you in a second. So I stand up, I'll move the camera up a bit, as you can see, move it over there. So I stand in the doorway, I put my blindfold on, and then you have to do this. You put your hands up over your face, and then you just got to jump up and down like this. You've got to keep moving on the spot. Now I can feel where this one is because it's raised, but I am still moving. And I'm telling you now, right, you will generically move yourself forwards or sideways. And then when they finish, they will end up somewhere over here. And they would have thought they haven't moved at all when they actually have. So try it. It actually is really good fun. And you'll be surprised how much you will move. Hello, dog. Just got to say hello to the dog. It's his birthday today. He's 3. Yes, 3 years old. Yeah, blooming thing gets better treated than I do in this house. Anyway, move on. 4th and final game. I will not be doing that in this room because if I do, I will be living outside. But basically, you get 2 people and you give them a card, a credit card, anything that size. I've just got 2 playing cards, but you just need 2 of them. And one of you gets one in the mouth, like so, and the other one gets one in their mouth, like so. Dead easy. Right. Then in the middle, between the 2 of you, there will be a bowl, and on either side of you, there will be a bowl. Now the trick is, right, that you have to get as much flour as you can into the bowl, more than the other person, shall I say. You need to get more flour into the bowl than the other person. So basically, this person will scoop up some flour with their mouth, like so, get it on a card, and then pass it to the other person who'll be waiting with their card. Put it on there. This person then decants it into the bowl, right? The more you get in your bowl, the more you will win, that side. If it's this side, comes this way, the more they get in their bowl, they win. Sounds really simple, but trust me, when you have got a card in your mouth covered in flour, the slightest breath or laughter, it goes everywhere. And then the same with the other person. You will get flour everywhere. So it's best played in an airy room or somewhere where you're happy to clean up, or even the garden. But trust me, it's really good fun. And at Halloween, everybody gets ghosted. Right, now for my pranks and tricks. Right, now for some pranks, tricks as well. So firstly, I've got 3 lined up here. Firstly, get yourself a little balloon. A bigger balloon, any size balloon. Basically, you snip the end off the balloon. Yes, not the blowy end, the opposite end. You snip the end off. You take this, you open it up, and you put it over someone's exhaust pipe. Obviously, you can't do this if the car's electric. But if they've got an exhaust pipe, stick that over the exhaust pipe. Then when they start the car, it'll start going, making all sorts of random weird noises. You're not doing any damage to the car, but it is quite a funny sound. And they'll be like, what on earth is that? And all you do, snip the end off the balloon. So that's your first one. Second one, get yourself a spray bottle. The smaller one is better. Completely clean it out because you don't want to give anybody anything they shouldn't have. And you fill it with clean water. And then you walk along, and when you go up behind someone, you go, like that, and you sneeze onto the back of their neck. And they'll be like, oh, it's disgusting. Of course, you're stood there with the bottle behind them, going, oh, sorry, I couldn't help it. So, yeah, just walk along, on the back of the neck. And it is quite funny to see. Your third one. So this is an absolute favourite of mine. You get some toilet roll, right? And you tell your partner or friend that you can make this disappear after 4 big magic blows. So first of all, you fold it in half. And then you go, and then you get them to blow on it. Then you fold it again for the second one. You go, and then they blow on it. And then you fold it again for the third one. And then they blow on it. And then for the fourth one, you say, right, this time for the fourth one, it needs to be a really big blow with all your breath. And you go, and then they go, and you shove it in their gob, and it disappears. Nice, eh? Hello, and welcome to my Halloween special. I am going to give you 3 games to play that your friends have probably never played before, and they will astound them and make for a fantastic Halloween party. Okay, your first one is a game called Black Magic. Okay, sounds spooky, ooh, but it will astound them. They will not know how you're doing this. Okay, first thing you need to do before you play the game is pick somebody at random and talk to them quietly and explain what you're about to do. Okay, because you need them in on the game. Right, once you've done that, you place them in a room. And you say to people in the room, whether it's 1, 2, 5, 10, doesn't matter how many people it is, you turn around and say to them, my friend Stan is going to be able to guess any object in the room that you pick. Okay, and they'll be like, yeah, and so I guarantee he can pick any object. So you ask Stan to leave the room. Stan will go out the door, shut the door, and be out the way so he can't hear anything. And you can even ask people to do this in quiet, so he definitely can't hear anything. So basically, they then choose an object in the room. So say, for instance, they choose this coaster, right? That is the item. You place the item back where it was, and then you invite Stan back in. Now, when Stan is in the room, you then start calling out objects in the room. Like, for instance, curtains. Is it the curtains, Stan? And Stan will go, oh, no, it's not the curtains. And then you'll say, Stan, is it the chair? And Stan will go, oh, no, it's not the chair. Now, this is where the black magic comes in. Because basically, whenever I mention a black item, Stan knows the follow-up item is the item in question. But nobody else knows this. So I will say to Stan, TV remote, it's black. So Stan will know then when I go, and he'll go, no. And then he'll go, right, next item. And you'll go, coaster. And he'll go, yes, it's the coaster. And everybody will be looking at you thinking, maybe you're tricking them. Maybe you're giving him a clue. So you ask them to do it again. And you repeat. Now, should they choose a black TV remote, because it is a black item, it doesn't matter. Because you can go through the whole routine again. You can say coaster. Stan will say no. You can say curtain. Stan will say no. You can say a TV remote, which is a different TV remote. And they'll go, no, because it's black, he knows the next item is the one he wants. And then you'll go, TV remote. And he'll say, yes, because that's the one. And they'll be astounded. They will not get it. All right, that's game number 1. Game number 2, right? It's called Scarecrow. Yes, another fantastic name for a game for Halloween. Basically, you get a long pole, a broom, a mop, anything that's really long, and you get one person who has a jumper on or a coat, and you ask them to stand with their arms outstretched, right? Now, you thread the coat while they're wearing it through the arms to make up the Scarecrow, like so. So they will then be stood like this. Yes, there's the poles, there's their head facing forward. Now, the beauty of this game is, once they're in that position, there's not a thing they can do. So you have a couple of options. 1, you can leave them and walk away and see how long they can get out of it. It might take them hours. Or 2, you can have a pre-prepared paper plate with some shaving foam on it or some whipped cream. And when they're done, in the face. Because they're like that. They can't get out of it. It'll be great for fun. Right, your third one is called the water bottle bang. I will show you that right now. And it's just here. So here we go. Right, so this is the water bottle bang. You have a water bottle. Mine is empty for demo purposes only, but you have a full one. Tie it to a bit of string, and you put a pin in and hang it from above the door like so. Now you ask one person, right, to stand in the doorway, and you will now swing the bottle like that, and they have to dodge it with their head and see how many times they can dodge it, right? Simple, you say. Then you say to them, right, this time we're going to repeat the whole process, but this time you need to be blindfolded. Now, you're not mean. So you say to them, look, when you stand here and I swing the bottle, the first time I swing it, move to either your left or your right. So if they move to the right, you swing it left. Yeah, so they guarantee they can get the first one out of the way. Then they have to duck again. But the trick is, just as they're blindfolded and you tell them you're going to swing it to the left, you move the bottle and you stick it out the way. See, like so. So then when they do it, they're stood here blindfolded, you go swing to the left, so they go that way and the bottle swings, and then they start moving around like a nutter, and there's not even a bottle there. And you can cheer them on, you can say, oh, 4 times, 5 times, keep going, and all the time they're trying to beat the invisible bottle. Okay, hope you like these. Please like and subscribe, and I'll be back with more. Ooh. Hello, and we are back for some more tricks and pranks. This is the bathroom edition. Okay, firstly, you get yourself a coin. I have a 2p. Obviously, if you're in another country, a euro or whatever else you can use. Get a bit of sticky tape and you put it over the end of your tap. Tape it on. You can't really see it. They'll walk in, they turn on the tap. Ah, water goes everywhere. Fantastic. I love this prank. Right, we'll move on to prank number 2. Get your shampoo bottle. Any shampoo bottle will do. Take the lid off when it's empty. Right, rinse it out. Get yourself some mayonnaise. And you squirt the mayonnaise into your shampoo bottle. And then, when you're done, place the lid back on and you replace it back in the bathroom, ready to be used by the next victim. Finally, this one's a favourite of mine. Get an empty toothpaste tube. You go, blow it to inflate it, and then you fill it with water. Once you have a fair amount of water inside it, you get another toothpaste tube. And you squirt a little bit over the end. Just placing it inside. That's it. And when you're done, put the lid back on. You place it in the toothpaste holder. Now this trick could also be done with wasabi or anything like that. And if you're struggling to get it inside, right, the easiest thing to do, just get yourself a chopstick. You can poke the product inside. When they squeeze it, it comes out no bother. Now, if you like these, please like and subscribe. And hopefully, I'll see you in the next short. Thank you. Hello. Right, we are now going to make some cake pop, fake pops with sprouts. Okay, so I will show you how to do it. Dead easy. Once they're done, I'll show you what they look like. And hopefully, you can surprise a member in your family with them too. Also, at the end of this video, I will show you a really quick trick or prank you can play. It takes about 15 seconds and it works a treat. So make sure you stay tuned to the end of the video. Thank you. Right, let's get started with the Cake Pop Fake Pops Sprouts edition. First, you need a bag of sprouts. Then, however many skewers, each one for your stick. And obviously, the more you want to make, the more you got. I've got 5 here for now. Some chocolate and some sprinkles. Then a plate with a piece of cloth on it to serve from. Right, first thing you do, let's hook up some sprouts onto the skewer. You can cut these shorter so they look more like a cake pop, but for the purposes of this video, I'm leaving them as they are. And there we go, that's 2. We'll do 2. Move the sprouts out of the way. Get some chocolate. Cadbury's, got to use the best. Remember, the more appealing you make these look, the more likely is that someone will want to eat them. Got the sprinkles ready. I have my chocolate melting in a bowl of hot water. Easiest way to melt it. And obviously, got my sprinkles ready. And then we're ready to go. Now, for the record, there's 2 ways you can do this. You can just serve these up, obviously with your sprinkles and your chocolate on, leave them on a plate, leave them on the side, and see who takes one. Or you can offer them out. Or the alternative is to make some normal fake pops. You can use strawberries, put chocolate on with sprinkles, strawberries, chocolate, lovely. So you can have them on a plate and then play Russian roulette with the odd sprout cake pop thrown in for good measure. Right, let's just check the chocolate. Coming along nicely. There we go, it's a lovely melted chocolate all ready to go. A little stir, get rid of any final lumps. Right, and then you get your sprout. Get a nice good coating all over, so you don't see any green. And there is one sprout fake pop, just there, ready to go. And you drop it in hundreds and thousands. And there he is, all done, ready to be presented. Do a second one. I say these are dead easy to make. Literally takes you 2 or 3 minutes. Leave in the fridge to set and go hard. Another one. Same again. Sprinkles on the top. Beautiful. And there it is. And there they are. Ready to go. Beautiful. They look amazing, don't they? Right, as I promised, one quick prank or trick. This is the quickest one you'll ever do. Just get yourself a cup. Leave it on the side, on a table, or even in the middle of the floor. Then get a sign. Put the sign on it. Live huge spider under cup, and walk away. See how long that cup stays there, because there's no way anyone is going to look under there to see this live huge spider. So thank you very much, and if you'd like to see more videos, like and subscribe. If there's anything in particular you want to see or anything you'd like me to review, please let me know. Thank you. Here is a great Halloween game. You get a banana, an orange and a tomato, but you could use a grape. Here we have a whole bag of flour. You bury the banana in the flour. You bury the orange in the flour, and then you bury the tomato or grape in the flour. Now the trick is to get them out as fast as you can. Starting with the banana, then the orange, then the grape, or the tomato. Are you ready? Go! Oh. Orange. Tomato. Right, so I'm going to show you a couple more tricks, tips. Right, so you get yourself a piece of paper, just an ordinary piece of paper, fold it in half, bit into a diamond, then you unfold it. Now if you've got wallpaper, you get a bit of sticky tape, stick it on the opposite side, stick it on the wallpaper, and it looks like there's a tear in it. I haven't got any wallpaper, so I've rigged up a bit of gift wrap on the side here to show you. And there it is, there's the bit of paper, and it looks like someone's ripped a piece down, and the parents be like, ah, oh my God, someone's ripped the wallpaper. Next, get yourself a spider, hang it on a piece of black thread, or a bit of fishing wire is good. Get a tape, and put it on the inside of your cupboard, long enough that it'll hang down. Secure it in place like that. Then you just rest it on top of a cup. Then when someone goes to get a drink, they open the cupboard, out go, ooh, spider jumps out. Nice, easy magic trick. Now finally, we're going to make fake poo. Get yourself a toilet roll, Just normally toilet tube. Get it soaking wet. Yeah, nice and wet like that. And you just bring it up. There we go. One fake poo. So again, if you like these shorts and videos, please like and subscribe, because the more likes and subscribes I get, the more I will make. Because this is purely just for fun, not money making. It's just fun. Thank you. Right, so here's a couple of hacks you can do with a toilet roll. Get a little spider, lift up the toilet roll and leave. Now when I pull the roll, spider. And the other one is to unpick the toilet roll, like so. So this has been threaded round once after it's been split in half. And as you can see, looks totally normal. But when you go to get your loo roll, what a nightmare.